Our next guest of the evening is known best by his stage name, UK Apache. But now he prefers being called Abdul Wahhab and has recently been putting together more nasheed-style material.
He's here to talk to us about his latest song. It's called Assalamu Alaikum. Good evening and Assalamu Alaikum, Abdul Wahhab. Assalamu Alaikum. How are you?
Good to see you, man.
How are you? Very, very good to have you on. So we're going to get a performance from you, Abdul Wahhab, a little bit later on. You're going to be performing this track, Assalamu Alaikum. The lyrics of this, actually, you began writing this a few years ago, is that right?
Well, yeah, many years ago, actually, to be honest. A long, long time ago. When I really kind of came back to looking into Islam. The story's a bit funny, actually, because it's got to do with the Tablighi Jamaat as well. I'm not a Tablighi, but respect to the Tablighi brothers. When I was a younger guy, you know, they used to knock on my door, I used to run away. And I used to, my mum used to say, no, go to the Tablighi. And I'd be like, no, not in, I'm not in. But that day, alhamdulillah, I went with them and they said, they asked me my name, Abdul Wahhab. They said, MashaAllah, brother, where you at? I'm here. They said, why are you not at the masjid? I said, well, you're going to come to the masjid? I said, when? They said, now. So I said, okay. So I went to the masjid. And mashallah, they said, brother, you need to go for 3 days. I said, 3 days? What is 3 days?
Yeah.
3 days, Jamaat. You know about that? Yes, okay. Yeah. Then they asked me to 40 days. I said, no, brother, low 40 days, fam. Can't deal with 40 days. But so they said, brother, you're a singer, isn't it? I said, yeah. They said, brother, have you got any songs? Songs in the masjid? They said, yes, but no problem. I said, okay. So I had this song called Assalamu Alaikum. And I done it to them and they, they really loved it. They liked it. So funny enough.
London Gangster wouldn't have gone down there.
No, probably not. Original, no, probably not. But I mean, alhamdulillah, it went down well. And now I'm recording it. I've recorded it actually for this future album. And
I mean, would it be fair to say, because it seems to me anyway, I mean, obviously, you had a great deal of fame, fortune, success in the early 90s. You then took a change in direction, as you said, you became more religious, and you seemed to step out of the whole thing for a while, and you've kind of come back again now, haven't you, in a new guise, in a new form. I mean, was that something intentional, or is that something that just sort of happened?
I think it's a bit of both, really, to be honest. I mean, I took a step out to see where I was at in my life, and that was basically after my mum passed away. May Allah bless her soul 4 years ago. That's really what made me kind of focus more. But throughout the years, I mean, even from Original Night I came out, I was focusing on my religion, but I was still performing and stuff like that. But when my mum passed away, it kind of made a way for me to kind of really leave all the music scene. But then, you are who you are in a sense of like Allah's given me a talent, alhamdulillah. The people still requested me to do some type of vocals when I used to do my talks, like I said, in the masjids. I go around giving like inspirational talks to the youth about gang life, about, certain industries like the music, and not tell them, to advise them, if this is the road you're going to take, what could happen.
That's what you need to be aware of.
That what you be aware, exactly.
But the buzz of show business is always there, isn't it? It is. Once you've tasted it, it's always there. I mean,
I'll be honest. Look, for me, right. To be honest, I've done music for a message.
Yeah.
I mean, even Original Nutta had a message in it. I used to say, when they used to ask me what is a nutter, I'd say, well, a nutter is somebody who achieves their goals. And in the video, if people, I don't want actually people to watch the video, but if they do, there's flashes of like Nelson Mandela, my grandfather, Gandhi, all these people like kind of inspirational people. And like Assalamu Alaikum, it's got a very positive message.
Of course, I mean, it's just there. Assalamu Alaikum, it's a beautiful word. And hey, you managed to perform this recently at Eid in the Park in front of a huge crowd. I mean, what did it feel like getting back on stage in front of a huge crowd as well? Because Eid in the Park was the magnitude of the event was brilliant. And you're back on there, you're feeling the buzz. I mean, it must have been incredible.
Alhamdulillah, yeah, it's always good to perform in front of a larger crowd or even a smaller crowd. But I think the crowds have been building in a sense of like performing at masjids. I mean, everywhere I give a talk or if they organise a hall, they request a nasheed, and I usually do. I was a nutter, which is a new version of Original.
I mean,
and then I do Assalamu Alaikum as well. So I mean, Eid one, amazing, amazing event that's done, by the brother, Jalal Ibn Sa'id with Al-Fitra organisation, all the helpers. Every year they do it. I perform for them two years in a row now, and it's been great.
Alhamdulillah. I mean, it was your original track, Original Nutter, was quite an iconic sound. I remember you saying yesterday, "Oh, I remember that guy." And even yourself, you were saying that you remember some of those tunes from the early 90s.
I still have it in my car somewhere, I'm sure.
I hope you got the new version, actually.
So, Naveed, I mean, did you grow up kind of listening to that kind of music as well in the 90s?
I remember, Apache Indian, and then there was UK Apache, and I hesitate to mention that name as well, but no, it was an amazing time. It was kind of like a real kind of engaging time for all of us.
Fantastic.
got a little clip, actually.
We do have a little clip.
Show, haven't we?
Now, you got to tell us what happened, right? Because there's a bit of a backstory to this, Abdul, isn't there? I mean, this happened at Eid in the Park. Tell me exactly what happened.
Well, I won't go into too much, but I was just approached to prove that I was Uk Apache.
Yeah, because I think some people would struggle to believe that, wouldn't they? Now in your new guise as Abdul Wahhab.
Yeah, you know, it was a long time ago. So this is the moment, right? So this is the moment when Abdul Wahhab was questioned about whether or not he really is or was the UK Apache.
Say what you just said. Bro, what's happening, man?
Yes, brother, yes, brother.
Excuse me, mate. My mate don't know your name's UK Apache.
You don't believe what?
You don't believe that you're UK Apache?
You don't believe I'm the nanny boys, no, bad boys in a London, boys in a me a the nutta, original mad nutta, original nutta. You believe that?
Yeah, that's it.
But I was the nutta, yeah. But I'll change it now. I've got a new version.
Outstanding. I love it. A little blast from the past. That was brilliant.
Fairly conclusive proof.
I know. And you went straight into it, right? And you straight. It's not like. Is it just something? Does it feel like something you can just switch on, like at any given point in time when you're just mid-conversation with somebody?
There's a bit of a nutter in everybody, isn't there?
Original.
Yeah.
Original. I'm the president for all the nutters.
Do you find that weird though? Because like, I mean, it's been a while, but people, you know, they don't instantly think, oh, that couldn't be him. You've changed so much. You know, your image has changed. The way you look has changed, right?
Yeah, of course.
So people don't recognize you for that same character that you created, right?
That's right. Yeah.
So how does that feel? Like leaving it behind, or you know, not getting that same level of recognition that you did maybe in the mid-90s?
I think we're just elaborating, we're just growing, really.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it is, really. You know, I mean, obviously there's a time difference. You know, there's an age difference.
Yeah.
So, and you know, there's a different way of thinking now, isn't it? Really. So,
but
he came up to me and just said that. So,
and you know what?
I gave him a blast from the
Even
past.
though that transition is there from original nutter to now something more conservative, there's still that same thread. That same thread is still there. That same creative thread, and we're going to be hearing a little bit of that in a short while. But moving on now, we all know them as the baddies in Disney's The Lion King. But in Lebanon, hyenas are now facing extinction. That's according to the animal rights group Animals Lebanon.
The organisation is warning that without better awareness, we may no longer see hyenas roaming the Lebanese landscape. Sabir Bhatti has been bringing us the following story.
Behind a green encounter lie some of Lebanon's protected hyenas. They've become the centre of attention for the rights group Animals Lebanon. The organisation says that if the public isn't educated about the species and the dangers they face, there's a real risk that hyenas will become extinct very soon. These two, named Max and Val, were rescued by the group after their mother was shot and killed. Activists working here say the future of vulnerable hyenas is uncertain, as many end up in zoos, pet shops, or even killed just to be stuffed and displayed at home.
It took a lot of negotiation, but we were able to convince the guy to turn them over to us, and they've been in our care ever since. So, unfortunately, this is something which is happening to hyenas throughout the country, though, the shooting, the poisoning of these animals, and that's what's really frustrating.
Jason explained that the orphaned hyenas arrived 7 months ago, when they were just over a week old. They weighed about 800 grams at the time. They're now a month away from being well enough to be sent to a special animal sanctuary.
There's all kinds of requirements to be able to send these animals internationally, so they'll be going to a very good sanctuary in France.
The hyena is Africa's most common large carnivore. It has a reputation of being cowardly and timid, but the hyena can be bold and dangerous, attacking both animals and humans. Hyenas have a variety of sounds, but are most well known for their laughter, which is used to alert clan members up to 3 miles away of a food source.
Max and Val would have never been with us if these animals are being protected in the wild. And now the sad thing is they cannot be released. The only thing which is going to happen to them is they end up in the same scenario as their mother. So we do need to better protect them and understand that these aren't mythical creatures. They're not going to put a curse on any of us. There's lots of misunderstanding about this species.
A lot of people in southern Lebanon are afraid of hyenas because they don't understand the animals and as a result often shoot them. Animal rights activists say this threatens our hyena numbers and that without careful education about the species, extinction can't be far away. Max and Val are the lucky ones, but many, many other hyenas across Lebanon remain at risk.
Wow, the majestic creatures, really. They do get a bad rap, I have to say, hyenas, just because of that Disney movie. But
I don't think it's just the Disney movie, man. There's something a bit ugly and haunting about hyenas.
Hey, listen, I don't like animals at the best of times, I've got to tell you.
What, do you know how hyenas kill?
How do they
Like
kill?
a lion or something, it kills, it gets to the throat and suffocates you. A hyena, eats you while you're alive.
Oh, that's mean.
There you go, man.
That's mean.
That's why they got a bad rep.
Yeah, I guess so. Never mind.
Anyway,
well, let's think of something more
better.
pleasant. Something more pleasant, right?
Right.
I'm only going to do it
if we join in.
If you join in the chorus,
well,
and the viewers, because I'm watching you viewers as well.
We are going to be joining in.
I can hear if you're saying it, because this song is about peace spreading around the world. We need some peace in the world. There's too much violence. There's too much poverty.
Indeed.
So we need some peace.
We need to spread
and the
that
Prophet
peace.
Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said,
give salams.
That's right. If you want love, spread salams.
Well, look, a big thank you to our guest, Naveed Shahid, and to Abdul Wahhab.
And Living the Life is back on Monday. Tune in this Saturday at 7 p.m. for the best bits from this week's Living the Life. Have a blessed Jummah and a wonderful weekend. Taking us out now with his brand new track, Assalamu Alaikum. It's Abdul Wahhab, accompanied on the drums by our very own Raheem John.
This is brand new. Assalamu Alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
I saw me greet my brother, my sister, the whole nation. Peace be upon you is the English translation. Know where you're going to, where you're coming from. The Almighty is your destiny and the salvation. Here when we tell the world, nation to nation, don't give me an obligation, it's just education. Watch this. Assalamu alaikum and walaikum salam. I saw me greet my brother, sister, and the whole nation. Salamu alaikum and I saw me greet me mama, papa, and every human. Salamu alaikum and
walaikum salam.
In English it means peace be upon. Salamu alaikum and
walaikum salam.
Watch me tell him now, watch this. After me read from the Holy Quran, me know where me going to and where me coming from. After me walk with the Almighty One, me no need no knife and me no want no gun. After me talk with the Islamic tongue, said the Prophet was sent to teach the nation. Who no listen and who no understand. The wicked are go melt like the butter in the sun. When the Almighty, I said the Almighty you fi come, you feel of the Almighty children. Say God made man and God make woman, free bring a wonderful righteousness nation. The black and the white, the Chinese, Arab and Indian, Caribbean, European, Mr. and the Asian. Say put down no knife, and put down no gun. The fussing and the fighting, you know where to fit on. Say let's get together, make we live as one, and build a better world like God for children. Come join along. Salamu alaikum and
walaikum salam.
So me greet me brother, sister, and the whole nation. Salamu alaikum and
walaikum salam.
So me greet me mama, papa, and every human. Salamu alaikum and
walaikum salam.
In English it means peace be upon. Salamu alaikum and
walaikum salam.
Listen to the next verse now, listen. I see the innocent people crying. Every day another youth is dying. We got to stand up for our rights. None in the war, well, whether you're black and whether you're white, I really don't care. If you believe in the Creator, put your finger in the air. Don't